come out.
Stay till the end for a surprise from Clay. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I got this glitter makeup look. It's perfect for prom or special events, or if you just want to rock a glittery smoky eye every day of the week, then you go, girl. This look is pretty simple. Don't feel like you have to have the exact products that I use to recreate it. You can definitely use things that are similar, and you can easily customize the colors of the shadow and the glitter to match whatever you're gonna wear. So if you need more of a gold-based glitter or a silver-based glitter, you can definitely swap those out. The main focus is the glitter, so as long as you have a glitter shadow or a glitter pigment, you'll be good to go. I forgot to tell you what palette I'm using, but it's the Morphe 350. Okay, so I've already primed my eyelid with concealer and I set it with that light shade, and then I'm going in with this light burnt orange shade, and I'm just going to dust that into the crease and continue in windshield wiper motions and circular motions just to blend that out. And I'm going to go in and grab more of that color just to build it up a little bit and do the same thing, just blend it out. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade that's a little bit darker, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to brush that into the crease and blend it out well. Next, I'm going to grab this shade that's quite a bit darker, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to keep this shade just a little bit lower than the other two. I'm just going to keep blending these shades until they're all blended smoothly with no harsh lines, and then I'm going to start flicking the product out in the outer corner to create kind of a cat eye effect, so that when we clean up the look later, it'll have a nice crisp edge. Then I'm going to grab a more precise brush and grab that taupe colored shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner as well as the inner corner, and then when there's not as much product on my brush, I'm going to drag that through the lower crease. But I want to keep this color a lot lower than the other colors that we put on previously, so we want those to stay just more on the lid. And I'm going to continue to add more and blend it out until I get the color that I desire. Next, with a more precise brush, I'm going to pick up this warm brown shade, and I'm going to keep that even lower. I want this to just be on the lid in the inner corner and the outer corner. And then when there is not very much product on my brush, I'm going to drag that through the crease as well, but concentrating this color mostly on the outer corner and inner corner. I'm going to flick this color out on the outer corner as well, and then I'm just going to continue blending until it's all blended evenly. Next, on that same brush that I just used, I'm going to grab that cool tone brown color because the glitter is more of a cool tone brown, and I'm going to put that in the exact same spots just to build up the intensity a little bit. I'm going to put it on the outer corner and the inner corner, and I'm going to flick it out as well. And then I'm taking that brush that we used previously for the taupe shade, and I'm just blending all of this together. Next, I'm going to pick up the first brush we used with that first burnt orange color we used, and I'm just going to blend out all the edges using that color. Then I'm going to grab this shade from the Morphe palette on my finger, and I'm just going to press that into the center of my eye so that now we kind of are getting this smoky halo eye. This is going to give me a base to see where I want to add that glitter. Next, I'm going to take this Stila shadow. It has a little doe foot applicator, and when I was holding it up, I saw how red my hands were from working out outside today. And I'm just going to place this glitter in the center of my eyelid where I placed that Morphe shadow. And all the products that I use in this video will be listed in the description box down below, so if you have any questions about what I'm using, or if you didn't catch it the first time through, just check that, and all the products will be listed down there. And I'm just going to continue to add this glitter until I have it in all the places that I want it. Next, I'm going to pick up this Morphe pencil brush and that cool tone brown shade that we used, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of this glitter so that it doesn't just look like a blob in the middle of my eye, but I want to make sure that these edges are blended well. Then I'm going in with the glitter again, and I'm putting some more on each eye just to make sure that that glitter really pops in the center of the eye. And then once I'm done applying this, I'm gonna fan my eyes to kind of dry it. Make sure that you keep your eyes closed and don't open them until it's dry or it'll transfer up on your lid. Next, I'm gonna take this micellar water and a cotton round and I'm gonna just clean up that outer corner as well as any fallout that's gotten on my face from the eyeshadow. Next, I'm taking this Makeup Forever black liner and I'm just gonna add that to my waterline. And then I'm gonna do winged liner with this Ulta liquid liner. It's a matte liner and I really love this. I feel like it's really simple to use and yeah, it's awesome. Once the wing is all filled in, then I'll just go back over everything and make sure that it's really black and make sure that everything is smooth and even and it all blends well together. So since I was going to bed after this, I totally forgot to use a primer. So you'll definitely want to use a primer and a setting spray at the end. For foundation, I'm going to use my favorite right now, which is the L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation and a damp beauty blender. And I'm just going to place that right on my beauty blender and then start pouncing that into my skin. And then to make everything look smooth and even, I'm going to pull that foundation back onto my ears a little bit and then into my hairline just a little bit so that we don't have a harsh line between my hairline or my ears and my foundation. And I'm going to drag this down my neck a little bit too, just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and I'm going to use that to conceal and to highlight my face. So I'm going to put this on my under eyes to conceal dark circles and then anywhere on my face that I want to highlight. And then taking that same beauty blender that I used for foundation, I'm just going to blend all of that concealer out. And I thought that this just looked a little bit too light. I didn't want this much contrast between my skin and my highlighted areas, so I grabbed my Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer just to darken it up a little bit, just so it's not so white on the under eyes. And then I still felt like this was too light, so I just went in with that Rimmel concealer again and just concentrated it right on my inner corners just to help kind of make that not as white on the under eye. I don't want a super white under eye, but just get a concealer that matches better. That's what I need to do. I just need another one. Then I'm taking my Mercier translucent setting powder and I'm just going to set my under eyes with this, and then I'm going to go in and set my whole face with that as well. Next, I'm taking this Sephora contour powder and this Morphe brush and I'm just going to contour my cheeks. And it's going to look a little harsh at first, but I'm going to go in and blend it all out, so don't worry. It will not look this harsh at all when we're done. I don't like a super harsh contour, so to start blending it out, I'm going to go over it with the same beauty blender I used for foundation and concealer and just kind of blend that into the skin. And then I'm going to take this e.l.f. stippling brush and just blend that a little further. And then I'm going to bronze my face with that Makeup Revolution bronzer and this big Morphe brush. I love using a big brush for my bronzer. I just feel like it gives it more of a natural look. It's not as precise at all, so I'm just going to take this all around my cheeks and my forehead, my jawline, and down my neck, just to kind of bronze up the skin a little bit. I like to go over everything with my beauty blender because I feel like it just helps everything to all blend together. Next, I'm going to take this blush palette by Makeup Revolution and I'm going to mix these two center shades. And then I'm using a stippling brush to apply that. I was hoping it wouldn't give me a lot of product, but it did give me a little bit more color than I wanted. So I did blend that out quite a bit just so that it wasn't as noticeable. I wanted just a light flush to the cheeks, but not something super dramatic. And then to help the blush just kind of sink in with everything else, I'm gonna go over it with my damp beauty blender. And then I'm going to pick up that same bronzer brush without any more product on it, just what was left, and I'm going to go over those areas again because I want more of a bronze look than like a flush cheek look. Next, I'm picking up Champagne Pop by Becca to highlight my face, and I'm going to highlight down the center of my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, a little bit on my forehead, and then on my cheekbones as well. Then I'm going to go over those highlight areas just one more time just to make sure that my highlight really pops. And then to keep my highlight from looking like it's just sitting on top of the skin and super powdery, I'm just going to go over it with my damp beauty blender. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. And then for my lip color, I'm using this one from Colourpop as well as this one from Dose of Colors. I'm going to take the Colourpop one first. This is 0.0 by Colourpop and Kathleen Lights. And I'm just going to put that all over my lips. Then I'm going to take Sand from Dose of Colors and I'm going to just dab that in the center of my lips to create kind of an ombre effect and also lighten up the lip color a little bit. I wanted this to be a brown neutral lip, but you can definitely do whatever color you like.
So this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you recreate this look, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see it. And remember, you are beautiful, you're a blessing, and I am so thankful for you. Bye.
Get this on camera. You gonna put that fart in the outtakes?
Do you want me to?
That might get some
Are you
views.
proud of that?
Not really, but it can get some views.